Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we're going to talk about combining like terms. Now, again, this might be something you already know, so bear with me. Hopefully, I can give you all some stuff that might help you out a little bit or make sense for you. Okay, so with combining like terms, there are a couple things we need to know. First off, we need to know what a constant is. Okay, what are constants? You might have already heard this before. Okay, constants, this is a number that does not have a variable. This is a constant, okay? It just sits by itself. So like if I had, for example, 3 plus 5x, okay? My constant is 3. That's my constant. 5 has a variable attached to it, so it's not a constant. So 3 is my constant, okay? So just to kind of get that out of the way, all right? So we know what constants are. Um, does everybody know what a coefficient is? Coefficient, and I probably spelled that wrong, but that's why I teach math and not English. Okay, coefficient, this is the number in front of the variable. So, for example, just like this example here, my coefficient here would be 5. There's the variable, the number in front of it is 5. Okay, so make sure we know these terms because when we start doing examples, I'm going to refer back to these terms. All right, so let's look at our first example here. Example number 1. And if I have 9x minus 2 plus 7 minus x, okay? And what we're going to do, excuse me, we're going to combine our like terms here, okay? So by combining like terms, for me, the first thing I like to do, I like to rearrange. So all like terms are together. All right. Now this is something you don't have to do. Okay. This is what I like to do. This helps me keep things organized because, of course, this is a simple one. All right. And we want to keep it organized. So if I rearrange, if I look, I have a 9x. Are there any more terms in here that have an x connected to them? Right here. I have a negative x. Okay. This is a negative 1x. So negative x. Have that. Okay. Let's go back. I have a negative 2, and again, that negative 2 is a constant. So if I write negative 2, do I have any more constants? Yes, my positive 7. Notice I'm saying positive and negative instead of plus and minus. These signs in front of these numbers, yes, they're operations. They're also positive and negative signs. Okay, a subtraction and a negative sign are the same. A plus and an addition sign are the same. I'm sorry, a positive and an addition sign are the same. This helps you rearrange these, and you don't worry about, oh, is this a minus or a plus? You already have that taken care of. Okay? So our next step, we're going to combine like terms. When we say combine, we mean add or put together or however you want to say it. Okay? So we're going to combine like terms. So when I do that, I need to look at 9x minus x. And remember, there is that invisible 1 in front of that x. So what do these terms have in common? They both have an x. Excuse me. And then, so if I get rid of that x and I drop it down, what is 9 minus 1? It's 8. Okay? And then let's look at this part. All right? Do not just drop that negative sign or that minus sign and think, oh, well, it's 8x minus whatever this is. Because a lot of you might put 8x minus 9 and that's wrong. You need to think, what is negative 2 plus 7? Negative 2 plus 7 is positive 5. Notice what I did there. Positive and a plus sign are the same. I use my sign to determine my operation. Okay, so negative 2 plus 7 is positive 5. All right, and this is your final answer. These are not like terms, and I cannot combine those. So that is my final answer. Okay, 5 doesn't have an x, the 8 does, so I can't combine these. All right, now some of you will get stuck because you'll be like, well, there's something else I have to do. No, okay, there's nothing else you have to do here. All right, let's look at another example here. I'm going to add a little extra in here, okay, to kind of give you guys an idea of things. So let's say I have z squared plus 5z minus 3z squared plus z minus 6. Okay. Now, there is a lot going on there. Okay. So the first thing I want to do again, let's rearrange. Now, like I said, you don't have to, but I like to. It helps keep me organized. Okay. So one thing to look for, there are z's. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. All of these z's are not like terms. Here's why. A z squared and a z are not the same. This z squared has something attached to it. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a little side note here. Z squared and z are not like terms. Okay, here's an example of that. Are 2 squared and 2 the same? Because if I put in a 2 for z, that's 2 squared and 2. Are they the same? This answer would be 4. I'm sorry. Whoops. This is 2. This answer would be 4. Therefore, they are not the same. Okay? So, z squared and z are not like terms. All right? So that way we know that. So my like terms, I have a z squared. I go across, that's not a like term. Oh, here's a 3z squared. That's wrong. It's a negative 3z squared. So if I write negative 3z squared, any more z squareds? Nope. Let's go back, start at the beginning. I have a plus 5z, positive 5z. Keep going. There's a positive 1z, and nothing else. And then my last, but not least, minus 6. So we've rearranged. Okay. Now, this may look a little simpler to some of you. So step 2, let's combine. So if I go here, z squared and negative 3z squared, what do they have in common? They both have a z squared. Let's drop my z squared. Put my invisible 1 here. What is 1 minus 3? That's going to give me negative 2. Go to my next part. 5z and 1z. What do they have in common? Well, they both have z's. All right, so we take those z's and we're just going to take it and drop it. And then 5 plus 1 is positive 6. And then negative 6 is my constant. There's no other constant, so we're going to take that negative 6 and we're just going to drop it. Can I combine anything here? No, I can't. Therefore, this is my final answer. Okay, so hope that helps you guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. All right, and again, remember, if a variable is squared and there's a variable that has nothing, they are not the same. Okay, so don't let that confuse you all. All right, if any questions, make sure you all ask me. Thank you.